Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Means, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on? What is going on?
Chillin', Mark.
Yes.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back for
How you
you.
doing?
I've
Well,
been here.
we did have to go on a little 1 week hiatus, so
It's all good.
we
It's all good.
back.
We posted the season 2 of TMNT 03 during that week, so we had some cast up there, so you definitely can listen to those. Um, those are good. Those are good shows, man.
You said the TMNC.
03, yeah, the Turtles 03 series.
Um, Now I'm trying to remember because I always remember when you talk about it because
Hmm.
this obviously the cast is not the first time you've mentioned it.
Yeah.
And you talked about which ones are your favorite. Now, was that the one that was the emotional season with Splinter, or was that
No.
a different
So
season?
2012, I think, is the most emotional one with Splinter.
Okay,
So
all
that's
right,
when you
all
find
right.
out Karai is his daughter, and he does a lot of things that goes on with his personal life, and he's also a human that turned into a rat. As in this
Okay,
one, he's a rat that got bigger into a rat.
he's just a rat.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Um. So they go kind of more into the movie stuff. So season 2 was the return of Shredder, and then you also got introduced into Karai. Then they did a whole thing and things like that. You actually found out that Shredder is a crane and things like that, and he wants just world domination. He doesn't really give a fuck about honor. He tells Karai that many times. I don't give a fuck about your honor. These all good
Mhm,
die. I don't give a damn.
mhm, mhm.
And then it ended with the Battle Nexus, which was it was a big fight tournament that kind of like if you think about the Quest, it was very similar to that. That the who's who of fighters all come collide. Usagi Yojimbo was in those episodes, which made me happy. And then Mikey won that tournament.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the extra cover of the cast. So it was Mikey on the cast. Mikey has the trophy of it. It's a really good season. It's really well thought. I think it's based more on the Mirage comics, so basically you have more serious tone episodes and things like that. But you still find the characteristic of all the turtles. They still have everything like that. Um, and then Mikey and Raph bullies Mikey all the time. So in that tournament, he kind of reaped what he sold, and basically Mikey just talked shit to him the whole time, and then he got really flustered and mad, and then that's how Mikey won.
Oh, okay. Well, it came down to those two.
It came down, and then Master Splinter. It was first from him versus Master Splinter. Master Splinter forfeited his spot because he's like, I already won, and you're my son. I'd rather see you win than me win again.
Okay,
So he left it to him because his so it was Splinter won it, and his master won it before him. So they had like
gotcha.
statues of all the winners and shit. And then Usagi Yojimbo for Leonardo, and their match got there was cheating on his match, and then there was a lot of shit going on and things like that. It was actually a really good storyline. But I'm just digging the series because they're fun to watch and they're more serious tone, and I think they captured more what the turtles were in the comics more than the original cartoon, which I like. And it's fun. So check out those casts. We did the first 2 seasons so far. We'll be doing season 3 for next month. So definitely stay tuned for those.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's good. That's
Talking
good.
about the turtles, I've been grabbing their comic books. So I've been reading the Power Rangers slash Ninja Turtles Part 2, and this is the second series of their team up, and it's been pretty sick so far. Um, you got Lord Zed in it. You got all the mutants kind of teaming up now, and then you have all the Rangers going. The Turtles going into the Ranger school with like holographic human suits on and shit like that. So they
Hmm.
are human into everyone's eyes and stuff. And Mikey's asking the questions that everyone asks to the Turtles, like why is this? Why is that? Why did you do this? How you do this? Why you do this? And it's actually really good. And Casey Jones got a freaking cool ass Power Ranger suit.
Okay.
So it's only on the second issue. I haven't got to read it yet. And also talking about Turtles, the Last Ronin, the Lost Days, that also came out. I read the first issue and it kind of introduced the new four Turtles that's gonna have a future comic down the road.
Now, what is this blasphemy? This seems like something you and Tommy made up. What is this blasphemy I see about Zordon being confirmed a villain?
So, so we've been saying Zordon was a fucking bastard for a long time. We don't like
Mhm,
Zordon. I always
mhm.
hated Zordon because he just speaks the obvious. He's like Madden. When he does his announcing, he just
Damn,
speaks the obvious. Like he cabs the ball and he runs. He speaks
that's
the
messed up.
obvious and he watches people sleep, and I don't like that shit. So it's kind of going to a storyline that Zordon was always the villain, and he recruits people to do his barden, pretty much, and that's pretty much what we've been saying for this longest time.
Okay,
So we
okay.
were right. They
But
listened to
who?
us.
So is he working for someone else? Is he his own villain? What's the deal?
He's his own entity, like because so they're getting more in depth into what he used to be, and they're learning more and more that he was not what he seems to be. So the comic has not
Really?
come out yet, but where I read last, they're going like the Rangers are the Omega Rangers are trusting him less,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
they're kind of looking at what he's doing, and they don't really trust him. And then he's been doing kind of shady shit because now he has like a bodysuit. He made his own like fucking morphing power, so he has like a bodysuit and shit. Like this was what his old suit and shit like that, and he's been doing shady shit within the Rangers like grasp, and they're getting tired of it.
Okay, okay.
So yes, Zordon,
Crazy.
we always expected it. Me and Tommy been saying this for a long time. Like fucking Zordon.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I think this is influence. I call shenanigans.
Yep.
I
Where's our
think you
check?
guys did this.
Where's our
You did
check?
this. You did this.
Yes, I feel
You and
proud of
you and
it.
Tommy.
I
You
feel
and
proud.
Tommy did this.
I feel very proud. I think he's very proud of it too because Zordon
Oh
is
my
bullshit.
Was he the first person you told, or did he tell you?
I told him. I should
Okay.
send the thing. I was like, "You see, I told you." We were like that. So yeah, it's a weird storyline, but their comic books have been very good. So I gotta catch up. But I caught up to like the current run of stuff. So now they have Mighty Morphin, and the other comic is Power Rangers. So Mighty Morphin is more the original team. Well, not original team. Rocky, Adam, Aisha's there, but the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then you have the Power Rangers, which are the Omega Rangers, which is Jason, Trini, Zack, and then two other aliens that resemble their team.
Okay.
So it's good. It's good stuff. Good reads.
All right. All right. I'm glad it's good. I'm glad it's good.
Yeah. It's just a lot to catch up, and I've been going through the IDW Turtle comic for the longest time, and I'm about to finish it. So now I want to take the big deep and go back into the Power Ranger books and like read everything.
Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Um, yeah. So there's
Well,
not a
don't
lot.
forget,
Like, yeah.
I wasn't privy to a lot of media. This I was watching mostly just some YouTube stuff. You know what I mean?
Nice.
I was off. I was off the grid. I left my coin. I left my power coin. So I was not plugged into the grid.
Yeah.
Um, the one thing I did see that interested me, but it was going to regardless, was I saw them go into detail um, with like a first it was a 12-minute video. I think there's another video floating out there.
Yeah.
Um, and I have to give them credit because usually I don't really mess with them too heavy. But it was IGN, and they got to get a preview of Resident Evil 4 remake.
Nice.
And there is no question I am picking that up.
Okay.
That is a day one for me. I remember. I don't think I pre-ordered the first when it first came out, but I bought that game day one. I was tempted to buy the chainsaw controller.
I had the chainsaw controller Cause
Did you get it with the
I got it
controller, or
from
you
when
got
I
it
was
after the
working in
fact?
GameStop, and they had it, and it was like it had no barcode, or it was like zero like account thing. So I was like, yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
taking this shit.
Yeah.
I think I still
Got
have it in
him.
my mom's.
Got him.
It's the
But
game. I
yeah,
have the GameCube one.
yeah, I don't think it came out as the chainsaw came out for everything else,
I
right?
think it only came out for PS4 in Japan.
They brought it back.
Yeah, I think they did it when they released it on PS4, and they did it for
Wow.
the Japan. Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy. But like, yeah, that was kind of a phenomenon when it came out, and I'm happy to see it looks. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna say I'm happy to see. It does look scary.
Yeah.
They turned up the spooky factor. They turned up the action. I don't know how cheesy it is as compared to the original because a lot of the voice stuff you don't get to hear too much in that clip.
Yeah.
It's mainly a specific section of the game. I believe it's the church. The first time you rescue Ashley from the church, I think it is called. And they show like that Leon now he has ground executions. They added certain they actually put a checklist of things that they changed and they put that out there for people to read up on it. And it's things that I think are for the better. Some people might think are for the worse because they took out the QTEs.
Yeah.
But like, Mark, how do you feel about QTEs in games? I don't like them. I don't like mashing a
Um,
button.
it depends
I
on.
don't.
It depends, I guess. Like I don't mind. Like Spider Man's, I didn't mind at all. I think they kind of flowed with the game and kind of got you within it. But they kind of did the quick action stuff when you had to like rev things up really fast and things like that. So I didn't. I don't mind it in certain games. When it gets overused, that's when I mind it.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
every 5 seconds is a quick time event, and it's like, nah, stop that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
But yeah, those mashing ones can go to hell. No,
yeah,
no, thank you.
yeah,
So they said they're getting rid of those. They did say, like I said, the horror elements are gonna be more focused on. There's some stuff with when you're when you knock an enemy on the ground because remember the whole big concept is the what they call them the plagas,
yeah,
the things that burst out of the enemy's heads and whatnot. They put a new thing where like if you kill the enemy, if you execute an enemy on the ground, you can stop it.
yeah,
Scott Steiner's not happy.
yeah.
He
Scott
likes
was an
those
asshole
things.
today.
He likes them. He likes
Yeah.
chaos. But I mean that was actually a major part of the game because it would make you rethink where you kill an enemy. You know what I mean? Not just how because you couldn't tell. It was a random element. So this seems to get taken away a little bit of that
Yeah.
randomness, which I think is always a positive thing. Put more control in the player's hands. Do it.
Yeah, it looks good. I've seen like some of the videos of it. Um, I'm gonna wait because I have the like a Dragon Ishi like right around the corner. When does it come out? Resident Evil 4.
I think that's in March.
March. Okay, so there's time. Probably get
Hmm.
that too.
Yeah, 2 months from now. So it's in March. Yeah, so that's fine. Like a dragon is what it is. That's a foregone conclusion. Like you don't even have to show me anything about it. I'm just gonna buy it anyway.
Yeah, same here.
'Cause they've already done the work, and I know what it was. It's not like it's a brand new game.
Yeah,
Like it was something we never got, but I knew it existed. So like I wanted it, right?
yeah,
Sure, a lot of people wanted that. So like they know they're gonna pick that up. But Resident Evil 4 is a thing that I was worried about because you don't know how these things are gonna turn out.
yeah,
They go in and try to fix things. I'll give an example of one that worked and one that didn't work, and it's the same company. Resident Evil 2 remake. I don't know if you played that,
that was really good.
but they went back and they did a lot of work, and it's a completely different game, right?
Yeah,
They changed some of the story stuff. They changed how the game plays completely, and it worked out for the better. Now, Resident Evil 3 remake, not quite the same level of success in people's eyes, and I understand it
yeah,
because in that game they thought that in order to make it better, they needed to trim it.
yeah,
And so they ended up cutting out a lot that a lot of people remember. And that's not what I'm about. Like, if you're going to remake it, like, rework the stuff that was in it. Don't just cut it out. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So, um, I'm curious about what they did to a lot of things. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And also the fact that I don't know if Leon's gonna be kind of like stupid. And I don't mean stupid as in like a dummy, but like he said a lot of dumb one-liners in the first in Resident
Oh
Evil
yeah.
4. There was a lot of like just dumb action movie hero one-liners in
Yeah.
that, and I don't want that to go away because people think, oh, he needs to be a sophisticated character. No, he doesn't. Don't do that.
You want the silliness.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. So that was like the one thing I really got to see some of this past week. And that's about it. Oh, and I got to see 2K23.
Yeah, it looks good.
We got to see them show that like for the first time,
I'm good.
playing and everything.
I'm waiting on the if they have a collector's edition and seeing what it is before I do a pre-order.
Just an invisible box sitting on a shelf. That's it.
If they make a visible box that you can see everything that's inside the box and it has the title belt, I 100% will buy
Yeah, I think a lot of people, a lot of people would.
it. That'd be hilarious. I'm looking forward to it. I've been playing the Hi-Fi Rush game on the Xbox.
Yeah, a lot of people are
It's
saying that
pretty dope.
it's great.
It's very you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like a platinum game kind of style.
You're not the first person to say
Yeah,
that.
that has
I
some
see
very
that.
similar gameplay with that, and I was surprised with the people that made the game. Like I was looking through their history, and they're known for like horror games and shit like that. So this is like their first game that is just very bright, vibrant and shit.
Okay.
Because everything else they worked on was like a horror game. They did fuck, I forgot. It's a popular horror game too. Hi-Fi Rush, but I've been digging it. It has a cool little storyline going with it as well. I'm like maybe halfway through. I haven't like fully finished it yet, but it's been a fun game. Like I actually been digging it. Tango Rush. So they now this is from Bethesda. They did the Evil Within and they did Ghostwire Tokyo.
Okay, so they have those are like those are up there in
Yeah.
terms of like people were waiting for those games and looking for them. Like the first Evil Within, a lot of people who are fans of that type of genre, which
Mhm.
is survival horror, I guess.
Yeah.
Like they say that's one of the best survival horror games. So
Yeah.
okay,
So
I
they
like
did
that.
those games. It's very fun and it's very beautiful looking and the
Mhm.
transition from game to video to game is like very unmiss like you can't really miss it.
Seamless, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. And the gameplay takes getting used to, getting the patterns and stuff like that. If you want to play perfect, takes getting used to. But other than that, it's a very fun game. I've been playing it. I'm almost done with it.
Cool, cool.
And then
I
again,
think it's like it's on track to win like game awards and stuff, and I do see uh online publications saying like it's like the best game on Game Pass. Like they're just saying like
I'm
this is what
sorry.
Game Pass was made for, like stuff like that.
I'm sorry, but there's not a lot on Game Pass. So it's like, yeah, it's the best of worst situation, but it's a great game. Not to give it like not discredit it either, but I think Xbox needs to do more things like that to really get people like excited about Game Pass because for a while before this, there was really nothing to really play
I guess so.
unless you're
But
into like the
also
indie
have they just need to have more but let me well before I even say what I'm gonna say, is
Yeah,
it exclusive?
yeah, it's exclusive because Bethesda made it.
So then if that's the case, then what they need to do is they need to get on the ball and start throwing money at people who want to make unique and just original exclusives for their services.
And I think that's what they're doing because Bethesda showed a bunch of games that are coming out within this year. One is like a four player horror game as well, and then by the people that did fuck, what's that game? The stealth first person game. Fuck, what was the name?
Not Cyberpunk, right?
Nah,
Because there is stealth in that first person game. It's about Thief? Because
nah.
that's it.
Something is similar to that. It's by Dishonored. Sorry.
Oh, oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, they're doing a four player a 4-player co-op game, like kind of like Left 4 Dead in a way that comes out later this year. So they announced that then they snuck released this one. Like this one had no preview, no nothing, and then they were like, "Hey, they got a brand new game today."
Okay.
So I don't mind. I like the if I would like to see Xbox do that more because they don't really have plans directly on what's coming out through their catalog of stuff. And then now you have Bethesda, and now you have Activision and all that shit too. Like start having those make those secret games and get them going because again, you want people to have a Game Pass. These are the reasons you need Game Pass.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, not for nothing. It makes me want to finally pay the money for the PC version of that Game Pass service
yeah,
because it is playable on there.
yep.
So that's good to know that it's doing well and a lot of people like it.
Yeah,
That's one thing I
I'm
know.
happy. It's a really good game. I think you would like it a lot. Just like the visuals alone.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
just really good, and it has a nice sense of humor to it too. It makes me laugh even.
hmm hmm
Cause like the third boss is he's just like using all his budget to try to kill him, and he's just going through his budget the whole time trying to kill him, and
Oh,
then
wow.
the last fight is like the two broken up monsters that because he ran out of budget to fight him.
That's good.
It was
That's
funny.
good.
Yeah, it has this funny shit like that that makes me laugh. But yeah, Like a Dragon Ishi right around the corner. I can't wait for it.
Gotcha.
I have a
Okay.
pre-order on my system already. Like I'm just waiting.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was gonna get the new thing, but like the metal case and stuff like that. But I had fucking PlayStation money, so I was like still there. So I was like, you know what? Let me get the Max, and then when it goes on sale, I'll buy the metal case.
hmm hmm
I like to collect them. I have all the Yakuzas, the metal cases.
Ah, I got you. I got
Yeah.
you. That's cool.
But I'll wait till they're dirt cheap and I'll buy them, and they will usually come with the metal case.
Mm.
Like a dragon, no, like a dragon I bought brand new. Like part 6, I waited mad long to get the whiskey cup.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
but um Kiwami 1 and 2, I waited to it. They were like $10 each, and I bought the one with the metal case and shit.
Gotcha.
So yep,
Gotcha.
yep. I don't got nothing else. That's all I've been doing.
Yes, sir. It is what it is. So, should we get into the movie now, or you
Yes,
got?
let's knock this movie out.
Okay. So this week we have Wanted, and that is from 2008. It is rated R. It is an hour and 50. And let's see when it debuted. It is in the United States. They have it as June 9th, June 19th,
Yep.
2008. It is directed by Timur Bekmambetov. Sure, he says it faster than that. He is responsible for. Now let's see. Have you ever seen his version of Ben Hur?
No.
Okay. Have you seen Night Watch?
Night Watch. I don't know.
Have you seen Day Watch?
Oh, Day Watch I did see.
Okay, well you saw one of them. All right,
That's
all
the
right, okay.
vampire movie, right? That's it.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Yeah, is that Russian vampire movie? I did watch that.
Okay, okay.
Day
Um,
Watch I watched. Ben Hur I
I'm
didn't
just looking
watch.
through. There seems to be a lot of maybe for Russian
Y-
film.
Yeah.
I see a lot of things. I see him. To, mm, I was about to say, I see him credited on something called Black Lightning.
Yeah.
It's not American Black Lightning.
Oh.
It is and it's in 2009, so that's way before the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's mostly in a lot of Russian based, a lot of starring a lot of Russian characters. If you look through his films and whatnot, but like I think this is like one of the few that I guess he broke through. He did Linkin Park Powerless video. Do you
Yeah.
remember that video?
Powerless. Yeah. That's a good video.
Okay, there you go. Um, we had the writing credits: Michael Brandt, Derek Haas, and Chris Morgan on screenplay.
So something you'll notice is that the original writer of this, what this is based on, is not on the writer credits.
Oh, really? They didn't put. All right, so let me just finish up here. Michael Brandt, Derek Haas on story. Mark Millar and J.G. Jones they have on comic book series. So who's the missing person?
Mark Millar is the one that wrote the book.
He's in on
Oh, he's
IMDb.
there. Okay.
Yeah, he's in the comic book. They have it separated.
Oh, okay.
hmm So at least they don't have people looking for them for credit. The movie stars James McAvoy as Wesley, no last name. Morgan Freeman as Sloan, Angelina Jolie as Fox, Terrence Stamp as Peckwarsky, Thomas Crutchman as Cross, Common as the gunsmith, Christian Hager as Kathy, Mark Warren as the repairman, David O'Hara as Mr. X, uh, Konstantin Kabinski as the exterminator, and Pratt as Barry.
Barry.
Barry. Then any other people? Let me see if I can find the boss, cause well, they probably don't have a picture for that. There you go. She probably not a big name actress. Yeah, they don't have the boss, or do they have the girlfriend? Is the girlfriend?
Yes, you already said her. Kristen
Is the
Hager.
girlfriend Kathy? That's
Yeah, Kathy.
okay. All right. Well, that's about all the main characters. So this, I know there is a graphic novel.
Comic. It was a
Oh,
comic.
it's
They
straight up
made into
novel.
graphic novels. Yeah, yeah. By
Okay, okay.
Telltale Image.
All right, cool. So this one says it follows a frustrated office worker discovers that he is the son of a professional assassin and that he shares his father's superhuman killing abilities. So there you go. That doesn't tell you too much about it, but it does tell you he good at killing people.
Yes.
The one thing I noticed about this movie right off the bat, this movie is a lot of memes came from the office scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
The picture of James McAvoy in the office fanning himself that people usually put on social media when they see a hot person,
Yeah.
either male or female, that came from this movie. That had me dying laugh when I saw it. Again, I never saw it.
Nah.
I didn't know that. And again, I didn't read the comic, so I don't have the inherent bias against it.
Yeah.
So I know it's not 100% faithful, as most comic movies, especially to this point that we
Yeah.
have watched, are
Yeah.
not. They aren't faithful.
Nah.
But I know this one made a lot of people mad.
Yeah. So I think the one thing that got really people mad is they rewrote Fox's character, Angelina Jolie's character, like a whole completely different character. Other than that, like I thought they did a good job in just capturing what like the power scenes and things like that with the curved bullet, shit like that, and the story with the assassination. But then again, if you go to read the comics, like they based Wesley, he looked like Eminem, and then you had fucking Angelina Jolie's character looked like Halle Berry and shit. So those were what they were based on. Um, the stories are good. I actually prefer the comic because I just think they are more depth with the storyline. But I thought they did a good job in just capturing what the series was. It's not the best way to connect the story, but I thought it was entertaining enough. And the whole like first like half hour when they were in office reminded me of Office Space. That shit had me rolling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the thing about it is that this movie, again, I'm not familiar with like the director and stuff,
yeah,
but I have to give credit because just a lot of the way the office scenes were shot, a lot of what went on in those scenes, and then like when they got into the action in the beginning, I thought it was awesome. It was
yeah.
like this movie is pretty dope, man. I don't know. Um, I'm kind of glad I didn't have it to taint that
Yeah,
because I probably would have been sitting there like, well, this is bullshit. You know
yeah.
what I mean? As I push my glasses up. Um, but like having it be separate, it's just like it stands alone as its own thing. I think this movie feels like it should have been its own thing.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't have been called Wanted. It should have just been called like The Assassin's Son or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like because I feel like here's the thing. I feel like they probably because you told me that James McAvoy, this was his first one of his first like starring movies, period.
Yeah.
So I feel they probably didn't have the confidence that anybody would see it unless you had Angelina front and center.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Because even looking at the poster, she's the bigger character than the main character.
Yes.
You know what I mean? She's right up in the front. Like you would think it's an Angelina Jolie movie,
Yeah. And I think that's
it's
what it
technically
kind
it's
of
not.
went into, and that's what people were complaining about. Like, I didn't mind her. I didn't think she was that bad in it.
She
She had
wasn't
her she had her Tomb Raider-ish vibes and stuff like that, but like I don't think she was that bad.
that. I if anything was bad in this movie, it wasn't her.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was like I. The other thing about this is that because it's not on the longer side, I don't think it ever got a chance to get boring.
Yeah.
Because it goes from character building with the office stuff, so it it definitely gives you a chance to understand who the main character is, what he's going through, what his life is. Um, it has like likable and unlikable characters. Like the girlfriend ends up being unlikable, but then again, you see how he's living, and it's like you kind of understand.
Yeah.
It's like she has every right to be unhappy.
Yeah.
But then also you have Chris Pratt as that silly character, the boyfriend who's
Yeah.
like basically sleeping with her. And also just every time he's around the main character, he's buddy buddy. So it makes this, I guess you would call that a dichotomy of you want to hate him,
Yeah.
but he's just so silly and like aloof. Like you can't really be mad at him because it's like, man, this guy's just a dummy. He's just
Yeah.
happy to be there.
He's just there. He just exists.
No, but not even.
Yeah.
It's like he has a personality
Yeah.
of just kind of being like just a jolly goofball almost. Like
Yeah.
you can't really take him too seriously. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then that's made even more funny throughout the movie because as the main character gets his wantedness down and he comes back and there's the scene when he goes back in the house and the girlfriend is like, oh, you just come back in the house and now you're going to just want to use the bathroom? You've been gone for 3
Yeah.
weeks. And then he slams the door and breaks the door open on his friend's face. And then he leaves after he makes out with Angelina because she sees the girlfriend bugging out
Yeah.
to make her jealous. And then all Chris Pratt character says is, he's the man. And it's just like, damn, I can't be mad at that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's just happy to be there.
Yeah.
You know?
He was a funny character.
So like, yeah, he had a small part, but it's just like, man, it's so silly and so funny. So like a lot of this movie, the peripheral characters, they actually add to the movie. Like the boss, where she's just the lady that he describes her in the beginning as my anorexic boss. And I was just like,
Yeah.
what the hell? That lady is clearly not anorexic.
Yeah.
And then when he snaps on her and breaks down and the little things he's describing, he says, we know about your jelly donut stash in the office. Just like, damn, son. Damn. It's just like there's a lot of little pieces and parts to this movie that actually make it pretty fun. So like I feel a little bad that for the longest time I thought this movie was bad, having never seen it because of the reception of the fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of why like in general I changed that opinion on stuff that I view. I tend to like want to see it first or if it has any interest to me at all, because some stuff I just won't watch, even if it's popular or not.
Yeah.
Um, but I try not to have a mindset of, oh, I hear everybody doesn't like it, so my opinion is gonna be that it's bad.
Yeah.
I'll just go, oh, that's unfortunate, but I need to see it for myself
No.
if I want to see it. You know what I
100%.
mean? So this movie is kind of a testament to that. Like it's not a bad movie.
No, it's
It
not.
really isn't. It's just if you're a fan of wants it and it deserves to have its fan base because I know it's actually really good. It's
Yeah.
actually written very well. Um, I can understand fans of the original Wanted wanting nothing to do with this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, because it also made it a different. It was a different movie than what the book was, and you know what? That's fine. Like, especially as we go through these lists of movies, a comic book or graphic novel going into movies and stuff like that, you're 100%, and then we learned this the hard way, going even back further in what we've been doing, that they do have to make changes, especially if you're doing a 1 hour, 2 hour movie. You cannot tell a whole 12 book arc within one movie. You have to kind
Mhm.
of spread it out and things like that. And I think the minor things they changed wasn't as bad as what people say it is.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's to me. Like, I didn't think it was that bad of a movie. So what are you going to give this movie?
I'm gonna give it a 3.5. No, I'm gonna say 3.75.
All right, so your 3.75s are Spider-Man, Unbreakable, and Spider-Man 2.
I'll put it behind Spider-Man 1.
Okay. Wanted. I gave it the same thing, and it makes my it is my number 13. It is your number 13 as well.
Okay.
Works. No, actually, it's your number 15. There you go.
Mhm.
All right. Next movie for next week's comic book theater is Hancock.
And I have never seen this movie. And I did, and it was almost the same story.
Yeah.
All I've heard is this movie is good in the beginning and it turns into poop. So,
This is all right.
what's up?
So I remember watching this movie when it first came out, and everyone what people bitched at was like the whole second half of the movie is a completely different movie than the first half, and there's reason for that. This movie had two directors. One cut out halfway
Got you.
through, and then it had another director. So they both went two different directions with this.
So this may be a case where this is really like something to be upset about
Yeah,
because of that part.
yeah,
Is that a real reason? Got you. Got
yeah.
you.
So we got Hancock next. I'll do the next two. Well, the next like few weeks that we have. So yeah, we got Hancock next. We got Hellboy 2 after that, Dark Knight, Punisher Warzone, The Spirit, Push, Watchmen, Wolverine Origins, Surrogates, Whiteout, Defender, Paperman, Loser, Kick Ass, Iron Man 2.
Oh boy, Wolverine Origins.
I wish you could just play the game and not to watch the movie.
Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Ooh, I got to get ready for that one.
Yeah.
I got to mentally prepare myself for
You're
that.
going to have a Rocky montage ready for that movie. Chasing chickens, eating some raw eggs. All right, I'm ready
Yeah.
for this shit. Piss lightning, shit thunder. Let's go.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be a bad one. Um, Hancock. Again, I watched it once. I haven't watched it in a while. I was trying to find it free, and it's not free, so I had to rent it. But it's a movie that I like. I remember clearly the beginning part, and it was actually very entertaining. And it kind of just went to a weird place because it kind of dealt with like the Superman kind of vibe. Like they were aliens, and one could feel the other, and things like that. So it kind of had like a Superman kind of storyline arc to it. So we'll get to it. So Hancock is next week. Hellboy 2 I actually really like a lot, and that's the Golden Castle or whatever the fuck it's called. But Hellboy 2 is really due, so I'm looking forward to that. So those are our movies for next week's cast. So that's all. Wrap this up.
There was one thing I wanted to bring up, but I kind of forgot what it was.
Oh, you saw the
Uh,
King RKO in Second Eight. I'm excited for that.
no, what? What?
I sent it to you on Twitter. There's a little TikTok that I've watched. I'll
Oh,
resend
I
it.
forgot to talk about Nina Williams. They showed like the full. I think it's the first character trailer they did
Okay.
of Nina Williams in Tekken 8.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I did not get to see it. I saw what she looks like. I didn't get to see the trailer.
You should watch that because she shoots you now.
Ooh.
It's ridiculous.
Why is she
She
getting
looked kind
weapons?
of crazy. She looked kind of crazy. That's all I gotta say. Like they're going in a different direction with that game, where like not everything is as super serious with the what happens in the fights.
Yeah,
I mean, don't forget in Tekken 7, the customizations you could use a shotgun and all that dumb stuff. So
yeah,
they're leaning more into it for the characters, the base characters, instead of it being an add-on.
yeah.
Dina got them guns. That's all I gotta say. She putting holes in you.
Damn.
You ain't getting away.
I gotta check that out. I didn't get to watch
Yeah,
it.
it's something else, man. It's kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
So,
I did send it to you. Let me send it to you right now so you can see it.
okay.
I did send it to Twitter, but I'll send you it again just so you have it more fresh in our conversations. Cause I sent it was a TikTok video,
Ah, okay,
but
okay.
he does a RKO. He actually like takes in a couple hits and then will RKO you.
Oh, I see it. Oh, that looks nasty. That's good. That's good.
I'm excited for that.
That's good.
We use King just to RKO motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah, man.
Why not?
I'm actually
So,
excited for that to see more of it. I'll definitely check out the Nina Williams when I get off. But
hmm
yeah, I was looking at the Storm collectibles before we go, and I'm looking at this Chung Li they made.
They made Chun-Li. Oh,
Yeah,
wow. I
and
didn't
I'm
know that.
like, damn you.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah, that's my girl, man. I love Chung
Yeah,
Li. Chung Li's
that's it.
my favorite Street Fighter character. So I might
That's
have
it.
to go. I might have to. Other than that, that's it.
Yeah, that's about it. Well, I might as well say shout outs to what was it? Some of the figure stuff. Since it's such a short episode, might as well say Ringside went crazy
Oh yeah, they were
with their
sending.
AEW stuff. Shout outs to let's see, my favorite ones. Shout outs to Swerve and Keith Lee.
Yeah,
They figures. Shout outs to Abaddon and the Bunny and the Blade and
Abaddon's
the
look
Butcher.
cool. I
Yeah,
can't wait to see the actual figure though, because I don't think the sketch does any justice for it.
Justice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to see the actual figure of that
Shout
one.
outs to Captain Insano.
Captain Insano was funny.
Captain Insano. I can't believe they're gonna do that. Shout outs
I
to the acclaim.
I
You
still
know what I
want
mean?
the Corazon de Leon.
Yeah, that's a good figure. That's a good figure.
AEW got some good ones. Like again, the only thing is like it's just too much, and I'm fucking
I
running out of
know.
space. But
Kings of the Black Throne, they all got one now. So Buddy Murphy
I kind
finally
of
getting
want
his figure.
buddies because I have all Buddy Murphy's figures somehow, some way. I got like all his figures, so I kind of want to just
Malachi in
keep
the
that
suit.
going.
You know what I mean?
I
Sting with the
like the Malachi
jacket.
in the suit too because I did pre-order the Supreme of Malachi
hmm
and Omega,
Yes, sir.
so I'm ready
The
for those.
new Danhausen. Didn't they already have one, right?
That's the first time housing.
This is the first one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
All
shout outs.
right.
I just got the zombie sailor figure of Danhausen, and
Well, oh, okay. Good. Good. Good.
that's the
Good.
only one I own. I kind of want the broskies, but I missed out on the pre-order, and now they're expensive as hell.
Oh, I figured. I figured.
Those are the only two I will get off that set. I don't care about most of the other people that's on it. I got Dan Helsing. The rest I don't care. They're old people or people I just never a big fan of.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they look cool though. It looks like very Hasbro figure like it looks really good details and everything like that. I haven't opened it, and whoever sends it, he sends it immaculate. Like the board is straight, crisp,
Mm.
and everything. So it looks good.
Nice. Nice.
And I bought Century figure in Marvel Legends.
Again?
Oh no, I did tell you, but I got it for like $2.37.
Yeah.
So I bought so I bought
Yeah.
the
There's
whole
like a.
rack. So
So you went back and bought more.
I bought the whole rack and I sold them for $30 each.
Okay. Okay.
So I made profit.
Those were the ones you said they were new though, right?
Yeah, they were brand new, but their
Brand new.
clearance
Okay.
were $2.37.
Gotcha.
Check Walgreens; they may still have it.
Y'all see y'all be slipping, man. What's going on? Pandemic got people slipping.
It's funny shit is like I grabbed that for Tommy's boy Jeremy.
hmm
I grabbed it mainly for him, so I was like, let me grab it for him, stuff like that, because they usually grab me shit when they see things. So like turtle wise and things like that. So I was like, no, let me grab it for him. And I saw it rung up $2.37. I was like, you know what? Let me go get the other ones.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I fucking took all of them and left. Yeah, and I made I guess it would be like $60 profit because I sold 3 of them, $30 each.
Do the damn thing.
Damn right.
Did you put any of them? Did you go into the group and sell any of them there?
Nah, I had I did on the Major Figure podcast. I did, yes, I did it. I sold them on there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Make sure the homies eat first. That's all I'm saying.
yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. That's it for this week. That's what I wanted to say before we went out. So make sure you stay tuned to the Recyclone Inc. YouTube because there's a big update for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak this week.
Nice.
Actually, I believe it's tomorrow, the 7th. They put out a video this past weekend of they call them the free title updates.
Okay.
So it is free. There are 2 new monsters coming. One of them is from Iceborne, which was the last game. So that's what it's about, Monster Hunter, new monsters.
Nice.
So there will be more Monster Hunter content on the channel.
Yeah.
It does very well. So you will do that.
Yep.
All right, y'all. So yeah, that's about it. Okay. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better Elsewhere podcast. Make sure to check us out anywhere and everywhere, Recyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. Where you at, Merc?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Merc the Mic. Also follow. Shout outs to Tenacious D and his podcast, the Popcorn Cast. Give them some love. Tops Grow Up, Tenacious D, many names. Check their stuff out and give them a like and follow. Also follow my TikTok. Mark with the Mic is beers and figures, and probably some food stuff here and there. So definitely check that out when you get a chance. Give me a like, follow, and yes, there's a lot of figures and beers if you interested. Peace out, laters, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.
Peace out, laters. Now Scott Steiner is interrupting my shit.